Hello and welcome to the first video of 2025. Happy New Year to you all. I hope you have all had a lovely 2024 and a good Christmas break, and I hope you have a great year. I'm very looking forward to a lot of big changes this year, the main one being me and Daniel getting our first place together, which is going to be really exciting. So today I thought I would share with you, let's wrap up last year 2024, and I'll share with you all of my favourites from last year. So settle in and let's have a cosy chat of all my favourite items. A lot of the items I'm going to feature in today's video are more or less new items to me, with the odd exception of items that I've been seeing throughout the year that I've really loved. And let's start with skincare first, and these first two items I have loved throughout the whole year. So the first item is the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser, and this is for normal to dry skin, and this is my in-shower cleanser. So I do a double cleanse with this in the shower, and then I'll get out and perhaps do another cleanse depending on whether it's like what time of day or if I've had makeup or what the situation is. So I've absolutely been loving this. This is so lovely in the shower. You can really feel that it hydrates your skin. It leaves it so lovely and smooth, and it's really convenient to have in the shower. Really lovely packaging, very easy to wipe down when you're in the shower, and yes, can't rave this enough. I really got into CeraVe last year and they're still seeing me through. I really love it. So this is one of the top skincare items for 2024. The next one is in a little bit of a state, poor thing, because it's literally right to the end. But this is another CeraVe item, and this is the facial moisturising lotion, and this has SPF in it. So I'm literally nearly right out of this. Absolutely love this. I'm still contemplating whether I want to get it again this year, or if I just want to use a normal moisturiser and put my SPF on top. Last year I started to include retinol in my skincare routine, so I often just put SPF on top of that, so then this kind of becomes obsolete. So while I'm still kind of sorting out my skincare routine for the next year, I'm just using this up, so it's very nearly out. But what I really love about this is it's got a pump, so it's really easy to apply and, you know, get the right amount that you want. There's no like dipping your hand in a big pot or anything. It's so easy to use, and it's a really good everyday SPF, and obviously with that added bit of moisturisation, I've really been enjoying it, so I'm sure I will be repurchasing. And this next item is actually new. I think I got it in November or December, so I've only been using it, say, about a month, and this is the Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm, and this is actually the little sort of tester size, travel size, mini size that I got because I made a purchase, I think it was on Look Fantastic, and this was like a free gift, but it was discounted, so you know, you get it like at a cheaper rate, and they draw you in at the checkout. But oh my gosh, do I love it, and I've heard such good reviews about it that I'll definitely be purchasing the big one once I get through this. But even this is lasting me a long time. You really don't need a lot, and it's just so easy to use. Pop a little bit on your hand and then you just work it in, and it literally does melt away your makeup. It's really nice around the eyes and to get the mascara off. I did use the Clinique cleansing balm, and that would kind of get in my eyes and it would sting, where this taking off my mascara is so much nicer, and it smells lovely. When I very first used it, and obviously I'd done it before bed and done my routine, and I went to bed and Daniel was like, oh, that smells so good. So it really is nice, and I know that they do, it smells kind of perfumed, but it's not irritating at all, and I do have slightly sensitive skin, and it hasn't reacted, but they do a rose scented one or something, so that would probably be a nice alternative if this is a little bit too strong smelling for your liking. And then the last item of skincare, which is kind of also makeup, is the Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops. and I absolutely loved these through the summer months. It's got a little dropper, so you give it a shake, it's got a little dropper on the end, and it's got an ever so slight sort of shimmer, but shimmer's too strong. It's just like a really nice light reflecting glow to it. And you just pop this in to your moisturiser or your SPF in the morning, rub it in, mix it all together, and it just gives you this really gorgeous bronzed up look. I sort of use it throughout the transition from summer, autumn, and then don't really use it through winter because it's more natural to have that glow obviously through the sunshine months. So I haven't been using it for probably maybe 2 or 3 months, but throughout summer and spring this is so good, and I've almost finished this bottle, and I think I got it probably about mid-year, so it's doing well. Next on to makeup, and I've only got a couple of items to mention because my makeup is very minimal and I do the same thing throughout like every year, but I did have a couple of new items that I got at the start of the year and have still been loving. So the first one is the SWED Cloud Mascara, and I've actually got this in the dark brown because I've been using like black mascara all of my sort of makeup, like throughout my makeup sort of journey, and I found that black was quite harsh, so I wanted to get a brown that was going to be just right. Sometimes you get the odd brown that's a little bit sort of reddy toned, purpley toned, and it's too much. So I found this one and it has been the perfect brown mascara. I've actually got it on today, and I think it's really hard to tell whether it's black or brown, but it's just a lot more muted on me as a pale person. Black is just too harsh, so I just save black for if I'm, you know, really dolled up or I want it for a special occasion. But this has been my everyday mascara, and it's not waterproof, but it's so easy and lovely to take off. Even sometimes when I'm in the shower and I'm doing my facial cleanse, if I brush my eyelashes and get them wet, it just comes off. Like there's no harsh rubbing or, you know, long time trying to soak off your mascara with this. It's just so good, and I've actually got mum onto this now and she's loving it just the same. So it's been a really good purchase and I'm looking forward to using it for many more years to come. And then the other makeup item is the Aoran CC Red Correct, and I'm actually right at the end of this tube, so I have just invested in the larger one. So this is a 15ml tube and this is a 45, so this is the full size and this is like the little mini. And I got this originally because I just wanted to try it. You know, I didn't want to invest in the big one and end up not liking it, or if the colour was going to be a bit too strange, because you just never know with these types where they react to your skin in a way. So it's a really clever product in which that it's actually green, and then obviously you put it on your skin, it's green, and as you rub it in, it obviously like activates its like colour correcting pigment, and it just turns into this really gorgeous natural finish, very sort of foundation concealer like, but really lightweight and very natural looking. So I've absolutely loved this, and this is my everyday go-to. Such a good purchase. But I've really gotten into hair this year, in which that I've been blow drying my hair and styling it a lot more since I got it cut, really. So if you've been following me for a while, or even the start of the year last year, you would know that I had really long hair, and I got it cut a sort of late last year and have been obviously kept it short since, and this is how I style it now. So I just really loosely blow dry it just so it's got a bit of bounce, because my hair is quite straight with a little bit of a kink into it, so just giving it a little bit of help on its way when my hair's wet has been really great. So obviously I've invested in a bit of sort of protectant and like heat defense and stuff late last year, and one of the items that I've absolutely loved and been really enjoying is the Colour Wow Dream Coat Supernatural Spray, and this is such an amazing product. You probably hear loads of people rave about this because it really is that good. So you spray it onto your damp hair sort of every 3 to 4 wash, and you blow dry it through. It activates with the heat, and it just gives you no frizz. My hair has never been sleeker than when I use this. Because going on to my next favourite has been the Shark Flex style, and I think I got this last year, if not the year before, but it's really been in good use last year, and especially this round brush attachment. And so using this by itself I would get crazy flyaways, and I was like, how do I tame the flyaways? Then I found the Colour Wow product, and it's just made my hair so sleek. I blow dry it, I style it with the round brush, and I get no flyaways, and my hair is so sleek and it styles it so beautifully. So I really love the Colour Wow spray. Speaking of brushes and styling, I got a new brush last year, specifically just to go in my handbag, but I ended up absolutely loving it. So this is the Kent like mini paddle brush, and it's got sort of real natural hair fibres in it, as well as my hair, as well as these like bristles, and it just glides through your hair and it makes it so sleek and shiny. Even if, you know, whatever shampoo and conditioner I use, this makes my hair sleeker than any product. It's just amazing, this brush. So I do keep it on me every day in my handbag when I go to work or if I'm out and about, but I do also love brushing it at home with this brush. I've always been a Tangle Teezer girl, but after having this brush I may be a Kent hairbrush girl. And then the last hair items are actually claw clips. So last year was finally the year that I finally got some claw clips. I love doing like half up half down styles, but I'd always just do it with a hairband, and I just always wanted to be that person that could clip up their hair, but I never bought any clips, and I really wanted ones in particular. You know, I wanted them to match like with my colours, if you like, and to obviously go with my blonde hair. So I found a couple. I think I got these from like Asda and Claire's, like nothing crazy, but I've absolutely loved these, and these are obviously really pretty colours if they'll focus, and I've just absolutely loved wearing these. So I wear them quite a lot now, especially this one. I love this one because of the colour, it just matches my hair so nicely. So yes, absolutely loving claw clips. Next, let's talk about handbags, and you'll probably all know that I think it was in 2024 that I got my first Coach handbag, and that was the Coach Tabby 20 in dark stone, and I absolutely adore this little beauty. So I've actually been wearing it a lot with crossbody strap. It's been such a fantastic little crossbody bag. I've really just adored it so much. I just love how cute and adorable it is, and it's such a lovely muted natural colour, and it's really convenient to put your phone in and, you know, just your cards and your keys, and that is it. Literally just packing the essentials. And new brush, hairbrush. I've just absolutely adored this. So if you wanted to watch my unboxing video, I will leave it up in the cards for you, and I'll also leave my review as well. Absolutely adore this little bag. It's just so convenient, and I can't rave it enough. I mean, if I had the money, I would get it in every colour because it's so beautiful and so convenient. So really loved this handbag. And then the other handbag to mention, which you'll probably all know about if you've seen various videos of mine, but that is the Hicks and Hyde's Chedworth Bit bag, and I've just absolutely adored this bag last year. I'm doing something slightly different at the minute where I'm using my new Coach Willow, but I love this bag. It's such a great work bag. It's great for putting my laptop in it and carrying literally everything but the kitchen sink. It's so sturdy, being real leather, and these gorgeous thick handles. They're so comfy to wear on your shoulder, and I'm quite a small framed person, but this just is not overbearing in the slightest, and it's, as I say, it's so comfy to wear full, and even when it's empty, the sort of slouchiness is so beautiful. And you can probably tell I've used it a lot. It's got this lovely colour to it where it is developed over the years. I've had this a few years now and I've just adored it so much. It's got to be one of my top bags just because of how convenient it is and how much I have put it through its paces. Next, let's talk clothing, and I've only got a couple of pieces to share with you, mostly because everything that I own I love, but these have been like 2 items that I got new and have been absolutely obsessing with them since I got them in 2024. And the first one is this lovely pyjama set from Marx Spencer, and this is part of the Rosie Huntington Whiteley collection, and oh, they're so gorgeous. They're obviously this lovely colour and they're like a sort of satiny, silky material, and they're just so beautiful. It's so lovely to have these kind of more glamorous pyjamas, and I love pyjamas so much, and I get quite hot in bed so I can't wear, you know, some of these really nice pyjama sets, but these ones are so practical, being obviously little strappy ones, short shorts, and they're so floaty and so comfy. I actually wore these last night and I slept so well, so I really adore these pyjamas, and I think they do them in another colour as well, and they're just really beautiful, and actually not a bad price for the good quality that they are. And then the other piece of clothing that I wanted to mention that I've been absolutely obsessed with, I actually only got this in November, but I've been loving it ever since, and this is a it's called the People Rep, and it's a cream zip up fleece, and you've probably seen me wearing this loads. I got this at TK Maxx, but oh my gosh, I have been obsessed. It's got these lovely cuffs, it's got a really nice fit around the bottom, and obviously being zip up, it's very convenient, but a lot of the times I literally just wear like a little strappy vest under this, and this is so warm and cozy that you just don't need anything under it. It's so cozy. I wish you could feel how soft this really is, and it's such a lovely fit. This is actually in size small. I don't know if they made it smaller, but I'm size 6, and it isn't too big at all. It's quite a nice fit. It's very relaxed, loose fit, and it's got pockets as well, which is always a nice bonus. And yeah, I just absolutely love this item. And then the last things that I wanted to mention, last year I sort of went up and down with reading, so I really love reading, and I kind of just stopped around sort of autumn time. I don't know why, but I'm getting back into reading now. But last year I read a lot of Ellie Griffith's books, her Dr. Ruth Galloway mysteries, and this one in particular was the last book that I read of hers. This was the last one in the series. This is called The Last Remains, and any of Ellie Griffith's books are worth the read. They are so good. I live in Norfolk and these are all based in Norfolk, even though they're fictional, and it's so fun to read them and knowing like where they are when they describe the places. This is a like police crime thriller drama style book, so if you like that kind of thing, would highly recommend any of the books from Ellie Griffiths. I actually started reading them probably in 2023, and I sort of came in like a couple of books in like the full series and then have read them, you know, up to date. I haven't read like the very first 2 or 3 maybe, but it wasn't an issue. You could jump in, you could gather what was going on, and the way that the characters develop throughout the books are so good. And the Dr. Ruth Galloway is an archaeologist and she helps the police, so it's just really good, really good. I would highly recommend you read up on the stories of these books, and if you're interested in that style of reading, I would highly recommend these books. And the other book that I actually read in, I think it was 2 or 3 days just before Christmas, or just after Christmas, and it's The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore, and you'll probably seen this book if you're like watching those sort of things all over TikTok and Instagram and everything. People have been really obsessed with these, and I thought, oh, I quite like to read books that are hyped at the minute. So I saw it and was like, oh yes, I can finally get my hands on it, and I was absolutely absorbed by this book. I thought it was so good, and it was such an easy read because it's just, I don't know, it just flowed so well. It's the first Laurie Gilmore book that I had read, and she's done like a series of them for this style. I think the next one's the Cinnamon Bun Cafe or something. Oh no, it's the next one's something about a bookstore. It probably says in here. Oh, the next one's the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and this is all about like a small town in New England, and this one begins with Jeannie moving to the town, meeting all the locals, and you know, falling for someone and that. So it was really, really good, and I think the others are pretty much the same, where it's about, you know, one of the other girls that live in the town and their love story. But they're really, really fun little read, and I would highly recommend this. Those were all my favourites for 2024. I'd love to know what your favourites were, and if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you like my content, please do subscribe. It makes such a difference, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!